Hey guys, it's Crip. This is a bit of an unusual video for me. If you've checked my account, you'd see that I mainly do PvP content, but I kind of wanted to do a small little rant. As many of you guys know, the World Championship video broadcasts tomorrow, and if you check the Legends Twitter, it shows you the schedule, and at like 8:35, we're getting a special announcement. I'll put it on the screen quickly, just in case anyone wants to see it. Uh, yeah, it gave me a weird idea. Like maybe I should try to come up with my top five most anticipated things that I want in this game. I'm gonna have a bit of background, like just gameplay, so no one here gets bored. Yeah, so let's talk about it. This first one I'm about to say isn't like a crazy mechanic or anything, but like a lot of players have really wanted this. We need Legends to increase the CC cap. It's just such an annoying problem for free-to-play players. For example, I've got this friend, he's massive on DB and just like hybrid characters, and he's always at the 20k CC cap, and whenever Legends introduces like just free CC for the guy, he's forced to summon on banners which have such little value, and he doesn't really get anything from these banners. It's just like, the situation just sucks for free-to-play players that are already at the cap. And these new Ultra banners they've been introducing, like Super Saiyan 4 GT Goku or the Buhan, they've got like a pity on them, so when you hit that pity, you just get the Ultra for free. Well, the pity is not 20k CC. It's like 40k, I think, 30, 50. But yeah, like, imagine you're waiting for an Ultra, you spend 20k CC just to not even pull the unit because the pity's higher than that, and you can't save any extra CC because, you're capped at 20k. Every time you get CC, it goes in your box, or you just have to spend it. It's just a horrible feeling, and like, most banners already that are Ultra just have zero value on them. If Legends could change if they could change the cap from 20k to 30 or 40, I think the game would just be like 10 times more free-to-play friendly.
Giant characters. Honestly, I'm surprised Legends hasn't added giant characters yet. It's kind of a confusing one. You know, like, there's LFs that make you go giant, such as Super Baby 2, Saiyan Saga Vegeta. I don't know if there's any more, but I'm pretty sure it's just those two. Yeah, I don't really know why we don't have them. There's many units they could release who could be giants, such as Third Eye Goma, Cell Max, 23rd World Tournament Piccolo Jr., Orange Piccolo. The list just goes on. I'm not going to rant about this too much because, like, there's not much to say. It's just a cool thing they could add. But yeah, just giant characters, It's just, yeah.
This next point that I'm going to say is more for free-to-play players and new-coming players, but I think Legends needs to remove the 7-star requirement for Zenkais and Ultra Play equipments. Yes, you heard me, like, this 7 stars, I just don't understand why the requirement for units is 7 stars. Imagine you summon for an Ultra, they're really good on release, however, you've only pulled one copy of this Ultra. A year later, they've aged out, they're not as good as new characters, and you get a Play equipment for it. You're locked out of the final slot just because you don't have that unit at 7 stars. It's just like, why would you be locked out of that? Because Ultra units are already pretty hard to get, and it just sucks. But with Zenkais, you're new to the game, you're trying to build a team for PvP. Most teams require Zenkai benches now, and you're not going to have 7 stars if you're new to the game because, it's just a lot of banners you need to summon on. There's a lot of good teams to make out there, and a new player's not going to know what to do, what team they should make. And benches just make it overall like 10 times harder. This aspect of 7 stars just feels so pay to win and scummy to me. And if you haven't played the game in just years, like if you haven't played the game compared to other players who've played for years, you're not going to be you're going to be further behind. You're not going to enjoy the game that much because you won't understand what team to make. And like, the only way to enjoy PvP at that rate is to play Proud Mode because you're not really relying on Zenkai benches. And it's just, yeah. Moving on to my next idea, I think map destruction or environment changes, however you want to put it, would be like a really cool idea. Just a cool concept in general. Like, imagine you land an overdrive, like you get the finisher off, you slam them into the ground or into like a pillar
just like a bunch of rocks. The map like shifts, so you could have Namek into dying Namek, or like in the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie where Goku's just on the ice area, and then it switches to like the volcanoes and stuff. I'm pretty sure Sparking Zero and maybe Fighter Z did it. I think Fighter Z did it. But like when you think of Dragon Ball fights, you think of like how the area just around them's changing constantly. Like the Cell Arena, you know, it was all shattered at the end. It's not like, I don't think Legends needs it, but I think it'd be a really cool concept to have. Like the whole idea of the scenery changing, like gets you in the mood when you're fighting. And yeah, I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna yak about this one though, because it's not necessary, but I just thought it'd be a really cool idea. Moving on to the last one, I believe we need legendary finisher ultra characters. This concept is one of my biggest, and I believe the Dragon Ball Legends community's biggest wants in the game, just in general for Legends future. LF units, like, they're great and all, but Ultra units, they're in a tier of their own. They're like the premium units that everyone loves, especially when you consider that Ultra Inca animation. We currently have 24 Ultras, 27 if you count the free-to-play ones, and not a single one has the unique finish at the end of the game. I feel like many Ultras could have had it, such as the Fusions, Ultra Namek Goku, Frieza, but if we are going to get one in the future, which I really hope we do, it's gotta be Ultra Spirit Bomb Goku from the Buu Saga. That version of Goku is just such like an iconic one. Like, there's a lot of iconic moments in Dragon Ball, like when Goku goes Super Saiyan 3, Goku going Super Saiyan 4 for the first time, or like a Blue Evolution Vegeta which self-destructs, or a Majin Vegeta that self-destructs even for that. But that version of Goku for me is probably my most iconic and favorite moment, and I feel like it's a lot of other people's. You know, it was Goku's last fight in Z. Yeah. And it was just such a cool moment, and I thought they would have done it at the Genki Damatsuri, because Genki Damatsuri means like Spirit Bomb celebration or something like that. Something along the lines of that. I really do hope we get this in the future though. It's just, yeah, Ultra units are the most premium units, and it's kind of a shock that we don't have this feature yet. I just wanted to say thank you everyone who listened to my little rant, yap sesh, whatever you want to call it. I'm sorry I started a little bit, I'm not really used to talking on the mic, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope whatever the World Championship is, I hope the community all enjoys it.